Gerardo Bayugo, and Assistant Secretary Elmer Punsalan. Also with us here are our partners. You have Senior Superintendent Geraldine Agonos, the spokesperson for the Bureau of Fire Protection. And also we have Lieutenant Colonel Lorenzo Kim Cobre, PNP OIC Explosive Management Division, FEO. So can we also, our host, the East Avenue Medical Center Chief, Dr. Alfonso Nunez. So we start with Secretary Duque reading the press release.
Thank you very much to the Assistant Director of the Center for Health Development, NCR. Today, in behalf of the Department of Health, I would like to report that there has been a 35% decrease in fireworks-related injuries or FWRIs. Okay? But I would like to caution the public that these numbers may still increase due to late consultation. There was no case of fireworks ingestion, stray bullet injury, and death reported. 0. From December 21, 2019 to January 1, 2020, 164 fireworks-related injuries were reported. 87 cases lower than the 251 cases reported last year, which was 249 firework-related injuries. And if you include the 2 cases of fireworks ingestion, that is equivalent to 251. The number of cases this year is 71% lower than the 5-year average covering 2014 to 2018 of 403 cases. We were able to reduce cases by as much as 35%. This is indeed a welcome development, but we will not stop until we achieve 0 firework-related injuries. We will build on the gains this year to ensure that the next holidays will be safer for every Filipino. And I'd like to add that those injured should immediately have their consult at the nearest health facility for proper health management and to avoid fatal complications such as tetanus. Most of the cases came from the NCR, 84 cases. Calabarzon accounts for 13 cases, while Ilocos Region, 12, Central Luzon, 11 cases, Cagayan Valley and Western Visayas have 10 cases each. For the NCR, most cases came from Manila, 27, Quezon City, 19, Mandaluyong, 9, Marikina and Las Piñas, 7 cases each. Overall, NCR registered a 16% decrease in the number of injuries compared to last year. Males comprise 70% of all injuries. Age of cases ranged from 1 to 71 years. 104, accounting for 63% injuries, were among those aged under 15 years. So, ang pinakamalaki dito, yung mga age 15 years below. Okay? That's why I think the parents really ought to look after the safety of their children more actively. Top fireworks causing injuries were Quitis, 33 cases, Luces, 19, Fountain, 18, and Piccolo, 13. If you notice, out of the 5 causes of injuries, 80% or 4 are actually legal firecrackers, legal fireworks, and only Piccolo is illegal. In fact, number 6 is Boga. Is it Boga? Number 6, okay. And that's also illegal. But sa top 5, 80% legal. And we'll get into that later on during the Q&A portion of this press conference. Most injuries were blast burn injuries without amputation, 71%, eye injuries, 26%, and blast burn requiring amputation 4%. About 55% of all injuries occurred at the streets, while 43% cases were sustained at home. Most injured body parts were hands, 32%, the eyes, 26%, head, 13%, legs, 11%, forearm, arm, 9%. Legal fireworks resulted to 59% of all injuries. Illegal fireworks, 32%, and unknown fireworks, 10%. And I take this opportunity to urge everyone to remain vigilant of their surroundings to avoid firework-related injuries. Safely clean up firework debris and dispose of them properly. Also, refrain from picking and lighting undischarged fireworks. Let us stay vigilant and safe these coming days. So, I'd like to also add that the last reporting period will be January 6, 5:59 a.m. However, by January 3rd, we would have gotten 90% of all, we would have been able to report 90% of all FWRIs, no, by January 3. So, okay, so thank you again in behalf of the DOH and of the East Avenue Medical Center, which has graciously hosted this conference. So, we are now open for questions from the media partners.
Sir, before we start the question and answer, as a joiner, as the Secretary of Health would say, legal or illegal, sa paputok may disgrasya. You can see it on the screen. Ito ang ebidensya. So, if ever you would want to ask a question, please raise your hand, identify yourself, and you have the microphone in front of you. So we can start now. Yes, ma'am.
Hello, I'm Janelle Paris from Raptor po. To anyone in front po, was the public receptive to yung fireworks display na yung community fireworks display, was the public receptive to those, or did people continue doing their own paputok in front of their houses, outside their houses?
Are you asking the PNP?
Whoever is most appropriate.
Sir?
Yung firecracker po, ma'am, isa sa mga reason kung bakit may mga arrest na nangyari ditong mga nakaraan is because yung paggamit ng firecracker outside of firecracker zone. So, gumagana po, although yung mga tao, some were still practicing yung kung ano yung nakagawian po nila. Especially 31. Yung nighttime, medyo mahirap na pong kontrolin yun dahil nandun na lang po sila sa mga bahay.
Sa kagawaran naman po ng pamatay sunog o ng Bureau of Fire Protection, ayon po sa aming mga datos ay masasabi po natin naging receptive po ang ating mga kababayan in terms doon po sa ating paalaala na umiwas sa paggamit ng firecrackers at pyrotechnics, o kaya naman ay gamitin po ito sa itinalagang community fireworks display area. Ayon po sa aming mga reports na nakalap sa iba't ibang bahagi po ng kapuluan sa aming mga fire stations, ay wala pong naiulat na firecracker-related fire. Ibig sabihin, zero po tayo sa sunog na related sa firecracker. At makikita rin po sa mga datos ng BFP na kung meron man pong firecracker-related sa kabuuan ng taon, makikita po na lalo po itong bumababa. Naitala po sa taong 2018, meron pong 22 sunog na bunga ng firecracker, pero ngayon pong taong 2019 ay 13 na lamang po. So higit pong bumaba ang bilang ng sunog bunga ng firecracker. At makikita naman po sa datos ng BFP sa pagsalubong po ng bagong taon mula December 31 hanggang January 1, as of 6 a.m. this morning, ang aming pong datos ay nagsasabi na bumaba po ang incidents ng sunog sa salubong. Meron lamang po tayong naitala na bilang na 31 na sunog sa taong 2019 pagsalubong po ng January 1, 2020. At higit po ito na mas mababa kumpara sa datos nung nakaraang taon na meron pong naitala na 52 fire incidents sa pagsalubong sa bagong taon last year. So sa madaling salita po, masasabi ng BFP, receptive po ang ating mga mamamayan. Ang kailangan lang po ay talagang lalo pang paigtingin ang kampanya laban po sa mga firecrackers dahil kahit po legal ay nakakapinsala pa rin.
Sir, good morning. I'm Sheila Crisostomo po ng Philippine Star. Sir, where do you attribute the decrease in cases and do you have data past 5 years cases for comparison lang? Thank you.
Give you the data later. There's a graph. In fact, you might want to show that. Can you do that now? Are you connected? Oh. Can you please do that? So we would like to think that the Executive Order number 28 has had an impact as it did for the last 2 years, 2017, 2018. And continuing on to the 2019, data would show that indeed the downward trend became evident since the President issued out EO 28. Okay? Number 2, if you notice, last year, there was a relatively heavy downpour of rains, okay, which we did not have yesterday or last night. So that being said, last year in 2018, we attributed, remember when some of you were here, you asked the same question. And we said, dahil yan umulan, so hindi na nagpaputok ang nakararami natin mga kababayan. Ngunit nakikita natin, kahapon, tuyo ang panahon. Maganda ang panahon. Pero hindi ko alam kung napansin ninyo o kung ako lang. Mukhang maiksi yung panahon na nagpaputok. Ha? Huling nag-umpisa at maagang natapos. At pagka tinignan natin ang hangin sa umaga, lumabas ako ng mga 5 o'clock because there were some attempts to interview me but which I refused because I said, if I answer, baka wala nang sumipot dito. Okay? And not only that, kawawa naman, may mauuna. Kawawa naman yung mga iba na hindi ko mapagbigyan. Anyway, going back, halos walang kausok-usok sa amin neighborhood. Dati yan, ang kapal ng usok pag kita mo sa umaga, wala pa naman ulan. Pagka siguro umalan, lalo pang malinis tingnan yung hangin, pati ang pagkanilanghap mo. Ha? So, pangatlo, ang tingin ko rito, ang pangalawa nga, yung effectiveness or impact ng DOH information campaign on iwas putok. Ang tagline namin doon, iwas putok, iwas putol, community fireworks display ang patok. So that was the tagline when we launched our iwas paputok campaign last December 3 in Region 1. And some of you here joined us, in fact, during the launching in Region 1. And I'm glad to tell you that Region 1's cases dramatically went down. And I think we should be doing more of this to go to regions where there has been a relative high figures or numbers of FWRIs. No? So, and then I thank also the media. Very importantly, the role of the media is really indispensable. In this case, we have seen that the media have been engaged and they have been quite effective in helping us propagate the correct information as to how we ought to be preventing fireworks-related injuries. And then, of course, the local chief executives. If you look at some of the data in some select areas of NCR where there has been no case of injury, doon mo makikita the mayor probably was very engaged and very proactive And I've heard that, saan ba itong lugar na ito, na nagparada ng mga tao, Taguig, nagparada ng mga tao, they dramatized, yung mga nakalaylay na mga daliri, na, just to really impact on the consciousness of their publics, no? So these are the three things: the EO of the President, number two, the effective communications campaign of the DOH with the support of the media, of course, and then number three would be the local chief executives' engagement and very proactive stance in making sure that the injuries will be avoided, if not significantly reduced.
Sir, in front of them is a screen of the municipalities here in NCR. You might want to view it. Can we have the next question? ABS-CBN.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Sir, you did mention yesterday that sabi niyo mukhang malabong ma-achieve yung zero, but then you said today that you will not stop until you reach zero. So how else can we do that?
Well, the ideal scenario is for us to target a zero injury, okay, from FWRIs. But of course, even if the reduction has been quite substantial, it's not enough. So malayo pa rin sa zero because we have 164 cases, okay, for this year. If you look at the slide or the screen, legal o illegal man, sa paputok, may disgrasya. Ito ang ebidensya. That is a tagline that we thought of introducing today with the end in mind that we will achieve zero casualties. Okay? But what is the instrument of achieving that? It's banning it, just like all other countries have banned the use of fireworks. Because if you look at the data, the statistics, it will show that you have more legal fireworks causing injuries rather than the illegal. That's why earlier in my discussions, roundtable discussions with the other officials of the DOH, it's a bit oxymoronic to say that it is legal, but it is injurious. So those two things are not in congruence. Okay? They are conflicting. Okay? So it's oxymoronic, so we need to do something about this. In fact, it can contribute to higher injuries because of the understanding of the common tao, of our people, legal pala yan. Di pa natin gamitin. Sige, walang problema. Hindi pa tayo huliin. Di ba? But it's injurious. That's why I keep pounding on the fact that as vanguards of public health, as protectors of the health of the Filipino people, there is no such a thing as legal or illegal fireworks because every firework product can be injurious. Okay? So we hope that the administration of President Duterte will be able to create a legacy of an absolute ban of fireworks so that we will have zero injury. And, can you envision a time when there's merrymaking, but there are no tragedies to be monitoring each time in the hospitals, in the ERs? We have many health professionals, sacrificing sleepless nights and, up on their toes. So, sana mawala na. Let's also give our health professionals, the doctors, the nurses, the medtechs, and all who constitute the workforce in those facilities, in those hospitals, to also let them celebrate the New Year's without having to be doing it in the ER and waiting for all these injuries happening. Diba? So we owe it to them. They are the heroes of the healthcare system. No? And I'd like to commend, once again, all of our hospital personnel, from the doctors, surgeons, ophthalmologists, the orthopedic surgeons, the anesthesiologists, the nurses, the medtechs, the radtechs, everyone that constitutes the healthcare workforce of all of the hospitals, all 61 Sentinel hospitals, including 16 private hospitals that have agreed to be the source of information of injuries. We all thank them. And we salute them and kudos to all of these professionals.
Follow-up, Secretary. Having said that, would the DOH take the initiative to, halimbawa, to lead on crafting of policies to ban totally fireworks? Kasi parang we're so near yet so far na 35%.
Well, the DOH, I believe, has the moral ascendancy to lead the way in banning the fireworks, absolute ban. Although, of course, we will listen. The DOH has been known to be a very democratic institution, and it always seeks the views of other parties, of other sectors, before we craft a putative or a supposed law on banning fireworks. But again, this is not a single one-dimensional issue. We have to take into consideration many other facets of the issue, the economic implications, the people whose livelihood will be affected, what will be the alternative livelihood or source of income for them. So questions like this. So we will have a more rounded approach, a more balanced approach, I should say, in crafting a law or a panukala for Congress to take up. But remember what I said, we have the moral ascendancy to lead the way in crafting a bill for Congress to consider. After we shall have, of course, consulted all the would-be affected sectors.
Other questions, please? Yes, sir.
Ng DCXL. Posible po kaya talaga yung total ban, lalo na sinasabi ng mga nagpapaputok na traditional na to at talagang doon sila nagkakasama ng pamilya nila?
Dagdag mo na rin sa ospital din ang landing nila. Sa ER ang landing ng mga pamilya na naputukan ng kanilang mga mahal sa buhay. So yun ang gusto natin ipamulat sa lahat, na walang kabutihan idinudulot ito kahit na anong anggulo mo tignan. Talagang zero. Okay? Kasi marami naman pamamaraan para mag-ingay. Hindi ba? Yung sinasabi natin na kalan, kaldero, tambol, torotot. So lahat naman yan, mas mga ligtas na pamamaraan. Bakit naman natin ipapahamak ang mga mahal natin sa buhay? So I call upon the parents once again, to be responsible. The future of their children rests in their shoulders. Sa kamay po ng mga magulang ang kinabukasan ng kanilang mga anak. At sana mailayo po nila sa sadyang kapahamakan at peligro. Okay? Yung sinasabi ko nga na yung pangmadalian, kasiyahan, ipinagpapalit mo. Di ba? Sa pangmatagalan, pangmahabaan, panghabang buhay na kapansanan. Di ba? Is it worth it? You ask yourself, is it worth it? If you're the mother, you're the dad, is it worth it? Of course it's not. It's never worth it. And lalo na mga bata, less than 15 years of age, accounts for the FWRIs.
Sir, good morning. Sir, Gerald po from Malaya. Sir, yung sa mga cases na injury, i-cover po ba ng PhilHealth yung mga hospital bills nila?
Of course. Lahat po yun libre, no balance billing. sa mga pampublikong emergency room fees, lahat yan ay sasagutin ng PhilHealth. Pero sa pribadong sektor, depende pa yan. No? Titingnan pa ng PhilHealth kung ano ba yung mga inputs of care na ginawa ng mga private hospitals. No?
Sir, even yung, clarify ko lang sir, yung pati yung tetanus cases, i-cover din po. And may estimate po ba tayo magkano po yung ginagastos annually to cover up on these cases?
Ask Dr. Sitoy Nunez to respond.
Bawat pasyente kasi na dumarating sa amin na fireworks-related injury, sumasailalim ito sa masusing eksaminasyon, sa ilalim din ito sa mga anti-tetanus and other medicines. Ang estimate po namin ay umaabot sa mga 1,000 hanggang 1,500. Ito po yung pesos, no? 1,000 to 1,500 pesos. Ito yung basic. Kapag ikaw ay naputulan, kailangan i-confine, tataas syempre ang cost ng hospitalization. And ifa-factor din natin po dyan yung rehabilitative aspect ng recovery. Muli, tataas po ito. So basically, yun po yung nagiging gastusin po ng mga pasyente po namin.
I-assume natin from the PhilHealth perspective, kung mga 10,000 ang average value per claim, sabihin natin, iba mas mataas, iba mas mababa, lalo na yung mga hindi naman na ospital, pinauwi na lang. Ginamot, nilapatan ng lunas, binigyan ng anti-tetanus shots, iligin mo na 10,000. 10,000, multiply that by 164. That's about 1.6 million. So, hindi naman kabigatan yon sa ating gobyerno at sa PhilHealth.
Oh, yes. Sir, since we cannot yet impose a total ban, do you think, sir, it's about time to include yung quitties, luces, and fountains sa list of illegal fireworks?
Oh, well, might as well illegalize all.
Sir, sorry. Sir, yung 1,000 to 1,005 for tetanus shots lang ito, sir?
Ito po ay halo. Usually kasi kapag ikaw ay injured related sa fireworks, bukod sa tetanus shots, may antibiotic treatment pa ito. At baka mangailangan po ito ng x-ray halimbawa para makita kung may mga foreign bodies na pumasok sa iyong mga kamay o sa mga daliri. So kasama po lahat po ito. Opo.
Expensive po or pinakamataas yung nagastos ng East Avenue for a patient? May idea po kayo?
Ang pinakamataas po rito nung may naputulan at kailangan siyang i-subject sa rehabilitative medicine after the treatment. Hindi ko po alam ang naging actual cost po nila. Pero nasagot naman din ito ng PhilHealth kaya hindi masyado malaki ang burden ng pasyente.
Are there other questions?
Gonzales Patricia Rich, sorry. Secretary, kahapon po, binabanggit po ninyo na nakanda po kayong magsumite ng draft to Congress doon sa isusulong po ninyo na total ban on firecrackers. Palagay ho ba ninyo ngayong sinasabi ninyo na ina-attribute ninyo doon sa EO 28 yung dahilan kung bakit bumaba ng 35% nationwide yung mga tinatamaan ng firecrackers, palagay ho ba ninyo mas lalo pong tataas yung posibilidad na maniniwala ang Congress, ang mga mambabatas na panahon na nga para ipatupad yung total ban?
Well, of course, we are hopeful that Congress will be receptive to the draft that we will submit, but let me just underscore or emphasize that before any draft is to be made, we will undertake a public consultations, no? Just to make sure that there is a buy-in from the public, because we believe that it will be the public that will signal the kind of reception that the Congress will have. If there is strong public clamor, I think Congress will certainly bow to the wishes of the public. So this is the direction that we hope to take. But then again, we need more data to support a draft on absolute ban. So here we can see that the number of FWRIs on account of legal fireworks has been increasing. No? So this is a good case in point that will support our position towards absolute ban of fireworks.
Sir, Secretary. Sir, in case po na kasi you mentioned medyo mahirap yung total ban, do you think yung pag-apply ng policy with regards to mga syntax will be one good idea po to make firecrackers less accessible to the public?
Yeah, but mistiso pa rin yung approach na yun eh. Kasi, syempre, if you can afford it, tira ka lang. So, the endangerment that it creates will not be any less significant or substantial. So, that approach may be okay, but not strong enough. It could be said as a weak approach, no? But that to me really the important thing is ano ba ang trabaho pwedeng ibigay sa mga mawawalan ng trabaho. Yun ang sa akin ang pinaka mabigat na katanungan dito. Ano maibibigay ng gobyerno na trabaho kapalit ang kanilang employment sa fireworks industries?
Sir?
GLDWIC. Sir, paano nyo kinumpute yung 35% decrease in fireworks-related injuries? Paano computation nun? Paano kinumpute yun?
The 2019 fireworks-related cases of 164, from December 21 to January 1, and then the difference between the 2018 figures, okay? Ang base mo kasi 2018, okay? So the difference you divide by the figures of 251 in 2018, you get 35%. So you just do your math and you'll get the same figures.
Sec, yung this year is 71% lower than 5 years average 2014-2018.
Yes.
Of case of 403 cases. Paano kinompute yun?
Ganun din, kung ano yung number of cases this year, okay, average, yung difference ng average mo of 2014 to 2018, 403 cases. Okay? It's the same as what I have done for the first one, except that the other one, you have a bigger denominator because of 567 average. So by the way, I have here, just for the information, total fireworks ban, may proposals na. Very good. We thank and commend Senators Bato de la Rosa, okay, and Senator Bong Revilla, and we will again submit the draft paper or proposal on absolute ban to those who will advocate for it in both houses of Congress. So we will have to identify who among the members of the lower house or the House of Representatives who will support the cause of absolute ban.
Hi, sir. Joyce po from CNN. Sir, just to clarify again, what are the top 5 fireworks that cause injuries, sir?
The quites, luces, the fountain, piccolo, and the fountain, the baby rocket. Baby rocket. It's there
It's on the
screen.
June Veneration. Sir, sama naman yung ano. June Veneration po ng GMA7. Tama ba yung dinig namin? 80% po attributable doon sa mga legal
Yes.
firecracker. 80.
8-0.
80. Isa pa pong punto. Magandang balita.
Tingnan mo. Yung top 5 mo, isa lang doon yung illegal, which is piccolo. All the rest are legal. So that's 80%. Diba? 20% lang yung illegal, which is the piccolo.
Dati, yung
4 of 5. Para ganun, parang madali.
Dati ang usual culprit ay piccolo, di ba? Tama ba?
Yes, tama kayo. Number 1. Last year was number 1, and I think the hindi na siya number 1. Year prior to was piccolo.
Ano ang last year?
Last year, the quites, luces, piccolo, boga, and triangulo. Tama?
Sir, that's 80% of the top 5, not 80% of the overall injuries.
Yes, you're right. Thank you for making that clarification.
Sir, isa pa po. Sa PNP, good news po yung stray bullet injuries, 0. Pero meron po bang mga reported indiscriminate firing? Meron po. Sige sir, please.
From December 16 to January 1 po, as of 6 a.m. January 1, we have a total of 20 incidents of illegal discharge of firearms recorded. 20, yes ma'am. Then out of 20 po, isa lang po yung police. And that happens in Region 13, Caraga. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, as pronounced by OIC PNP, kakasuhan siya criminally and administratively. And worst is, i-dismiss siya.
Sinasabi ng mga gumagawa ng paputok na yung mga illegal na paputok kagaya ng piccolo, hindi na raw sila gumagawa ron, puro imported daw. Ano po yung gagawin ng DOH dito? Bakit may makikipagtulungan po ba kayo sa ibang ahensya para wala makapasok na illegal na paputok?
Mandato po ng PNP yan na siguraduhin na unang-una itong mga illegal na mga paputok ay dapat talagang hindi nakakalusot ito sa merkado. So baka mag-umpisa sa Bureau of Customs, kung may mga smuggling na nangyayari, sila po ang dapat manghuli ng mga kontrabandong mga produktong ito. No? Pero ika nga sa bandang huli, hindi na issue yung legal or illegal. Lahat yan injurious. So wag na natin pagtuunan ng pansin kaya ito legal or illegal dahil nga lahat yan nakakadisgrasya. Yun lang yun.
Thank you po.
Would you want to say anything, sir?
Regarding naman po dyan, sir, sa question niyo, sir, from the PNP, especially Explosive Management Division, we're doing our best na these manufacturers ma-monitor namin lahat ng movement po nila. What we're doing recently is lahat ng manufacturer, yung mga storages nila, in-inspection namin to make sure na yung ginagamit, yung nagsisirculate po sa market is legally manufactured dito sa Pilipinas. And not only that po, ang ginagawa po namin ngayon is yung sa mga illegal manufacturer naman ng firecrackers, we see to it na yung pinagkukunan nila ng chemical na kung sa yung mga ingredients na ginagamit nila sa pag-manufacture nito is legal po yung mga napagbebentahan nila. So, hindi lang po manufacturer, even po yung mga supplier po ng chemicals, minomonitor po namin. Yun na po.
Sa Bureau of Fire Protection naman po ay nais naming ihayag na ang Bureau of Fire Protection po sa natalang datos po sa buong buwan ng December 1 hanggang 31 ay makikita po na bumaba po ang insidente ng sunog. Ibig sabihin ay effective po ang kampanya ng PNP, ng DOH at ng BFP dahil po yung kampanya sa pag-iwas sa paputok, ito po ay isang malaking contributor din po sa sunog. At sa amin pong tala, bumaba po ng 24% ang sunog kumpara sa nakaraang taon. Kaya ito po ay isang napakagandang indikasyon na kung tuloy-tuluyan pong maipatitigil ang paggamit ng mga bagay na pwede pong mag-cause ng sunog tulad po ng firecrackers at pyrotechnics ay mas makabubuti po para sa ating buhay at ari-arian.
Can we have last two questions? Or are there any more questions?
So I'd like to take this opportunity to, if there are no more questions from the floor, to once again, in behalf of the DOH, I'd like to convey our sincere gratitude and appreciation to our partners, especially the Philippine National Police, the Bureau of Fire Protection, and above all, to all of you, our media partners, without whose effort we could have not possibly achieved a substantial reduction in the fireworks-related injuries. So there's a lot more that can be done. We will not stop, I reiterate, until we have a zero casualty. But the DOH alone cannot do this. It needs to get the support of everyone. This is a challenge where the best response is always the whole of government and the whole of society approach. So once again, I'd like to thank all of you for your time. I know that you're very busy and it took a lot of sense of sacrifice on your part to stay with us today and to be part of this very important, very meaningful January 1 press conference. So again, I hope that this will signal a much more indeed prosperous, healthful new year to us and to the Filipino people. So thank you. We're signing off. Thank you.
So gaya po ng sinasabi sa amin po sa Department of Health, legal or illegal, sa paputok may disgrasya, ito ang ebidensya. Magandang umaga at Happy New Year sa inyo lahat. Maraming salamat.